Blog Talk Radio.
And you have Psychic Brenda Bradshaw. It's 11 o'clock. Time to wake up for the show. Card reading. Just for you. Wake up. Wake up, babies. Wake up.
Wake up, everybody, no more sleeping in bed. No more back thinking, time for thinking ahead. The world has changed so very much from what it used to be. There's so much hatred, war and poverty. Wake up, all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe they'll listen to what you have to say. They're the ones who's coming up, and the world is in their hands. When you teach the children, teach them the very best you can. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na, 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 na. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it now, just you and me. Wake up, all the doctors, make the old people well. They're the ones who suffer and who catch all the hair. But they don't have so very long before their judgment day. Won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up, all the builders, time to build a new land. I know we could do it if we all lend a hand. The only thing we have to do is put it in our minds. Surely things will work out, they do it every time.
Oh yeah, we're talking about a mindset, a positive mindset. We can do it individually. That's the way to change the world. We change it in the inner, in the spiritual life. We manifest our own peace. Peace will come to the world when we come together as a spiritual collective in the higher consciousness. Yeah, Brenda Bradshaw, Psychic Brenda Bradshaw, AOL.com. That's right, if you want to get in touch with me for a private reading. Oh, yeah. And we're doing readings right now. Card readings free, 347-838-8452. That's Teddy Pendergrass with Wake Up. Wake up, everybody. Yeah, you hear me?
Wake up! Everybody, need a little help, y'all. Need a little help. Yeah, boy. Need some help, Lord. Change the world, what it used to be. Do it alone. Need some help, guys. Need some help, guys. Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up. Come on, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more about to thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now.
The past, present, and the future. A card reading just for you. And who are we talking about?
Now don't use that. Stop using the door. Wake up. Yeah. Wonder what you tell me now. Wonder what you tell me now. Oh, You preacher, stop preaching what you teach. Teach the truth. Wake up, preacher. Politicians, well, stop lying. Stop lying. It don't matter what race, creed, or color. Everybody, we need each other. Wake up, everybody. Well, see, we need, wake up, everybody. We need, wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more backward thinking. Time for thinking ahead.
There you got me.
Wake up, all the teachers. Teach a new way.
I'm a teacher. I'm teaching a new way to help you think. And, yeah, I got some good positive uplifting advice. And let's do some readings with the cards. You got a question? 347-838-8452. You got Psychic Brenda Bradshaw right now. Blog Talk Radio. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Thank you for joining me. You are awake, aren't you? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do it, people, right now on Blog Talk.
Well, good morning. Saturday morning here in Richmond, Virginia, the city of the monuments. Oh, this is where all the action took place, and it's still taking place all over Virginia. Yeah, I'm telling you, we got to wake up. We got to wake up. We got to do something about this. We got to do this spiritually. Yeah. We don't want to work out there in that physical. Let them world people just go ahead and do their little illusions and, you know, and hate crimes and all that stuff. But we're spiritual. We go from the inside out, not from the outside in. And we can hold our own. We can stand on that principle because we know who we are. Now, I don't know if they know who they are. I don't know about their camp. I visited their camp many times. Oh, yeah, in many lifetimes. And it's the same, I'm going to use this word, rhetoric. Same words being repeated over and over again. We've had it on this planet. It's been on this earth a long time. We know what's going on. We don't fight against flesh and blood. No, babies, we don't. We're in a spiritual war. We got to keep our mind on that spiritual part of us, that spiritual war that we know that we can win. We can't win the other war that they're creating. We can't win it. We can't fight against flesh and blood and principalities and all that stuff. We know what it is. We put on our whole armor. That's right. And then we walk. We walk in the light. That's right. So appreciate all of you coming and waking up this early Saturday morning. And I got a couple of callers waiting. And hello, everybody out there in the chat room and across the globe. 404, good morning. You waiting the longest. I appreciate that.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Well, let me tell you, we haven't had any kind of ruckus. I'm 2 blocks over from Monument Avenue, and that really has a good name because that's where the monuments are. And we've done, our mayor and governor has said no to all of it, and he's doing his best. And, of course, we do know that they don't know the word no. They have no comprehension of that word.
Yes.
There's no
exactly.
comprehension in their brains. We know that. Are you in Atlanta, Georgia? Huh?
No, actually, I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, well, you got a 404 number, so
Yes,
so
yes,
you must have traveled.
Yes, I did. I'm actually upstate New Yorker native.
Oh my gosh! Well, you really are a traveler.
Oh yes.
Well, speaking of travelers, did you ever consider time traveling in the astral world? Did you ever consider doing that?
Yes, I do that.
I got a
Quite
heads
often.
up on that. Yeah, I got a heads up on that coming from your subconscious. So when I mention the word travel, you're just out of it many times in that astral world. And it's very safe when you do it spiritually.
Yeah.
Don't let the world put its little fears on us, because you see, we already know that there's nothing to be afraid of. In our own spirit. Yeah. There's just a whole bunch of stuff. But you came here for a particular thing. Let me just let you. I got my cards laying here, and I'm going to shuffle. And so, what is the question about? And maybe the cards can give us a heads up.
I'll just like a general reading, whatever.
Well, how wonderful!
Spirit guides have to give me and my guardian angel. They can give it to me.
Oh my gosh, you got a bunch of people hanging around. Girl, you're in good shape. Well, I don't really have any comments, because I'm looking at these cards, and we're just going to see what's going on, okay? And do a little bit of interpretation here, and I'm shuffling, still feel like I want to shuffle for some reason. Okay. Well, we make sure that we get all the right cards in the right places. All right, past, present, and future, and I think I've talked to you before. Have I?
No, you haven't.
Maybe we met somewhere out there.
Yeah. Well, maybe in another lifetime. We all have a bunch of them.
I know that. Me too. I mean, we've all been around and around and around, and oh my goodness gracious! Here, come on, cards, come on, off the deck here. Yeah. Sometimes they take their time, because my fingers got to be wet. I have to lick my thumb a lot. They tend to do that for some reason. They're 40 years old cards. Yeah,
okay.
They're pretty old. I've tried. I really tried keeping a lot of decks. At one time, I had 150 decks. Yeah, I did.
Oh wow.
And yeah, that was getting kind of like okay. And then I ended up giving them away and keeping one, because this one was really a working deck. You know what I'm saying, because when you know something works, you stick with it.
Exactly. If it's not broke, fix it.
Yeah, that's your message, really. If something is working, stick with it. Yeah, and that's, I'm picking that up, from that consciousness that you're sending. You got a good firm foundation in there. Okay, your soul has been told so many times, in many generations too. And you came back in a generation that was kind of foreign. That's what I'm looking at, foreign.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. It was like, it was like this family, I mean, I know people have that birth family thing, okay? But your present cards here are telling me quite a lot about the birth family, okay?
Okay.
And how you were that, what do they call that, round peg in a square hole?
Mm-hmm.
They tried to shave you off to put you in there. And you could feel, and you could actually physically feel it sometimes,
Yeah.
Like, why do y'all want me to fit in, And so, yeah. So it shows you in the environment now in your present, that you still have that little bit of residue, that's what I see, of the hermit, of the isolation. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It came, and I look over in the past cards, okay? And that's how I do it, past, present, and future. And the high priestess was always, in every incarnation, a magician. The magician card. You see? Now,
Okay.
the magician was in the Middle Ages. You know, she was doing her thing then. She was a magician, Egypt, Atlantis, Limbera. You know, kind of a lot of lost colony stuff is over here in the past.
Okay.
And yeah, and you were working it, man, and you didn't judge yourself. You were perfectly fine because those were the placements that were working for you. Okay?
Okay.
But they were lessons. We know that. They were your experiences because I'm looking at that too. Because the reason I'm saying this is because those past cards, the top card is the Fool's Journey. You say. So that was your journey. To be a witch, you know, well, so what? They don't even know what that means. Okay? And I'm talking spiritually to you, you know, black witch, white witch, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards, and dealing with the devil because the devil's over there too. So you dealt with evil, but you dealt with real evil, evil that this generation, this culture right now, okay, has. Are you okay?
Oh,
you have a new noise. You have a new noise.
Oh,
there
I'm by the refrigerator. Okay, I'm going to back off.
Yeah, okay. Well, it kind of sent my clear audio ear over there. You know, come back here. Come back here. You're listening to something else. So the Fool's Journey and the inner child are in the past, and they're intertwined. You know, there's kind of like, I was such a child, Brenda, and I tested evil when you were a child. So you brought some of that in to this incarnation, you say. You brought it in. You kept poking it. You kind of get the picture of this now, what it's talking about?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes,
you
I
were
do.
poking it because, I mean, in your soul, let's look at your soul's journey, okay? In your soul, you knew that evil existed. Got it?
Yes.
The real evil, okay? So when you came into this birth family, they thought you were evil. Okay? Can we kind of talk about it for a second?
Yes.
It's kind of like what happened to many of the well, we can say Jesus, we can say Buddha, you know, we can say all the great masters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anything that they did was considered evil, you know, to the culture. And you know, even call them sometimes, you know, devils or evil, you know, and like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you came in with that tag. You're aware of this, right?
Oh, yes, yes.
I'm just catching up to your journey today because you asked for a general reading. So
because
I'm just saying
been treated differently.
Well, because you got the tag, you know.
Okay.
Because no matter what you did it for good. You see. But see, they didn't see it that way. Their perception was that you're a troublemaker. You see, you're a troublemaker. And then you would say in your heart, I'm a peacemaker. You see. But the hangman is over top of the moon, which is, you know, means a timing card. And since it's in your present cards, I can tell you that you came to me today on your journey for a little bit of strength, it says. A little bit, not a lot.
I definitely need that.
There's like a little support here, you know, that somebody else knows. Universe, got me. Me, you know, that we know, and I say we, okay? We know that you need support, you know, to tell you these things we have just uttered from the channel. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. So the next card is the Chariot card. You're aware the Chariot card?
Yes.
It's a transportation. It's a way that we move. It's a way that we travel, and sometimes we travel astrally, like we started talking about before we even put the cards out, you know. And then there's another kind of travel that they're going to talk to you about right now, because the World card, you're not talking about astral travel. Not at all. No. because the world is more physical travel. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the present cards are leading me into your future. That's what they're doing. They're leading me from Chariot to the World to the Wheel of Fortune is your first card of their future. Ain't that cool?
It is.
So we're spinning the Wheel of Fortune. You see it in the sky. The Native Americans had the wheel in the sky, the wheel in the sky that they would look at and they'd say, well, let's see, it's up to me to choose. To choose a direction, you see, or to choose a date, or to choose something to give to you. Now, I'm the reader. Yo, baby. Hello.
Hello, I'm here.
Yes, and the card over top of the Wheel of Fortune is the Sun card, which is very appropriate because that's a timing card. Okay?
Okay.
Sun and the Moon are both timing cards.
That.
Well, you need a time, and you need a date, and you need a direction. So the next card gives me something. What is it? Oh, it's called the Justice card. You want it to be fair, and you want it to be just, your future, because you certainly have been judged before in your past of who you are. You don't want any more of that anymore. In fact, you're coming around that wheel, okay? And the wheel lands on your gifts and your talents. I see it, okay? And it says that your gifts and your talents are going to be used in your future more than they've ever been used because you're releasing all right now as we speak. Another timing card is to the left of the Justice Lady. You're losing it now in this present moment, the Moon card, which is the day and the night. Ain't that great?
It is.
And how you released it is your next card. You released it because of the Emperor. We do know about the Emperor. He represents, he does. Oh, gosh, he's a he, of course. I don't know if he's got a gender, but he's a mean son of a bitch. Excuse my language. He's the man. He's a man. He's a boss. He's a everything. He sits on his throne, and he thinks he can control the high priestess, and he thinks he can control the empress, which is the younger of you, and he did it in the past. But the Justice card is saying in the future he will have no control. No. Because a card over top of him, I'm moving them across my motherboard here. There we go. The patience and the tolerance of him is gone. That's right. You see, you tolerated. Oh, yes, you did, girl.
Yes,
you tolerated the boss. Oh, yes, you did. You placated. You did everything you could. You patronized. I'm seeing all these words come in. Okay? And no more. No more, my girl. Oh, no more. No more. Because her patience ran thin. No matter what she tolerated. And the Emperor, of course, rules the world. Yeah, he does. So you didn't you tolerated him to the point that every time you did, you got judged. You understand?
I understand, yes.
You understand what this future?
Yes.
No matter. You see, the struggle is over.
And it has been. It's in my past. It was a real hard struggle.
But
sometime I didn't think I was going to make it.
We're going to release it now.
Okay.
And we're going to release it with the top card, which is the top card for me to bring this in now. It happens to be the Love card. It does. Right at the top. The Lovers. So we have to kind of like do some cord cutting or some erasing or some forgiveness, one of those. Of all of the things on your journey that you tolerated, you allowed them to happen because you needed to survive. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Got
I know
it?
exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, so we're going to move you away from all the judgment, and we're going to send you directly into love right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release those things right now in my higher consciousness and in your higher consciousness. Yeah. Because we did a review just now. Okay? A general review. But I got to tell you, all the X's have got to disappear right now. Look at the X's. All the things that you X'd out. People. It may have been X people. Oh, yes. And X jobs. X, 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 X. And X in Roman numeral stands for 10.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
And you have 10.
Okay.
And then in numerology, we reduce it to 1.
1, yes.
Yes. So that X thing just dwindled to a 1.
Okay.
And we can deal with a 1, can't we?
Oh,
1X. 1X. 1X is what? 1X. IX is 9. Take away.
Exactly.
Oh, we're getting fun here because you do numerology.
Yes.
And I know all these things are working in you. So what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate our mindset on one thing, and it's called love. Love, all the way down, from the top of our crown chakra down to our little third eye sitting right there staring. Oh, yes, single eye. Mindset, love, pure love.
Okay.
Moving down to our throat chakra, speaking pure love through the energy. And then down into that little heart area and emotions and intelligence and speak only love. Whatever's lovely, whatever's kind, whatever's compassion. Oh, and then down to our solar plexus, heavy, deep into the soul. Oh, I love that. Wow. And now we're going all the way down to the roots of the problems of those that have knocked you over and put you down. We lift you now all the way up. And we release, breathe, blow it out. And she is that she is right now.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetie Tile. Now let's speak of something here that the consciousness brought to me. It's a name, David. What is David to you?
I have an uncle named David, and there's some children that I manage. His name is David.
Very good name for you.
Okay.
Spirit says that Davids are kind-hearted and loving and giving and supportive. Yeah. And David is the love that you will have through that card.
Okay.
So to start that new journey, to find David, he's already there. So what you need to do is just ask in your meditation, bring David to me, and to people. Do you know David? He is so kind-hearted and loving. And David will appear because the travel card, the chariot says, a new location is in the future, correct?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Actually,
so my traveler is
here. Yeah.
My traveler is going to travel physically, and she's also going to fall in love and find David through her travels. What do you think about that reading?
Oh, yes, I love that.
I do too. I do too.
And it's been so long.
Well, we can look at those years, but actually, it is a blink of an eye for you because you've recognized and you became aware of all of that journey you see. I just read the journey, and that's all I do. I didn't make the journey, you did. And you created everything in the journey. And you release, and you held on to things, and now you release and let go of things, and that's the journey. Okay? And the destination is not the journey, because we are all creating as we go along, which you know.
Yes.
And for me to say to you, I do a prediction, because I'm a prophet, that this, David, is already on the timeline, and within 2 months, my darling, because I'm a predictor, in 2 months.
Oh, okay.
Oh, in 2 months, all of the things we talked about, the new location and the love, are going to be right there in your physical. And you can call me on that. And you can call me on
you know I am. I'm going to call you and let you know.
Yeah, baby, 2 months.
It's already happened.
It's amazing that there's no fear in you. Because anybody who's been on a journey like you have faced it. You faced your fears. There's no doubt in my mind, in my intuition, okay, that you faced your fears. Now you tolerated some of them. That was what we talked about.
Yes.
But toleration
a lot of them.
is not yours anymore. You can just X that one out if you want to X something out. Okay. You're not going to tolerate those that tell you and judge you, because you know who you are. Okay? And that's why I think that the journey cards in the future went to the love card. Okay. That's the only way they could have got there, because all the fears had to be realized, became aware of, recognized, all that. And then once they were recognized, the cards could be read, to show the love card. But until this very moment, though, because when I fold my cards, when you're on the line, you see, it's whatever you're going to deal. You see, you're doing I'm just letting you do the deal, and I'm doing the interpretation by reading your subconscious. I cannot tell you anything that you don't already know, and you can think back of what I said and play it back. Said, I knew that. I knew that. It's just that it was so deep, it needed to come up through, you see, up to the throat chakra and all the way up to the crown chakra. And when you move that energy by speaking it, you see, when we pronounce it and speak it out together in that agreement,
yes.
So it is. So it is. Got it. So it is.
And I got it. It really helps me a lot. And I appreciate you, and God bless you.
And you helped you. You helped you. I was just there to support. That's my job. And you do this with people. You know what I'm talking about. You know that when you're helping somebody, that they have to make the decisions, to take it and work it. And, there's going to be resistance when we help people. But you had no resistance because you knew the truth.
Yes.
When somebody is, when you're sitting with somebody, when you're doing your readings, you can feel the resistance. Even though you're telling the truth. Your truth is their truth. Okay?
Okay.
Your truth is their truth. But they're going to say, no, or that doesn't work. Because, see, people resist truth. That's how you know. You see?
They really do. Yes, they do.
You really know that it is the truth. They love the lie. That's right. But as you have tolerated that before in a reading to somebody, you did. You said, oh, that's okay, because you tolerated it. No more.
Yes.
No more. No more toleration. No more. That means that when you feel resistance coming from somebody, here's what you do. You step back out of the ego, okay? And you breathe, and you breathe. and you go right back to your truth. This is what you do. Take a moment, okay? Like you're going underwater again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and you say, all right, maybe I'm not explaining it. Let me tell you more, you see, a meaning to bring it to where they are. What we have to do as readers is to go where they are.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, we have to go where they are. So they're at a lower level than you and me, okay? I'm including you in it because I know your higher consciousness, all right?
Oh, yes.
So we're going to meet people on our journey that are at different levels of consciousness, okay?
Okay.
And some people, they believe very strongly in the consciousness that they have. If they're victim consciousness, the first one, okay, they got to survive. That's it, period.
Yes, yes.
Survive. Okay. So, well,
no matter what
I'm a teacher. no matter what. So you tell them you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, and none of it works. Okay? Because you're at that higher level of consciousness. Okay? Okay, you're going to share with them an experience in your life. Somewhere in your life is at that level. Got it?
Got it.
Somewhere, at some point, on one of your journeys, one of your incarnations, okay? Look back. One of your incarnations was a survival incarnation. Or maybe even in this, go back to your birth one, because that was a lot of that, okay?
Okay.
Always go back in your mind. You're going to approach them with higher consciousness, and then you're going to go back with an experience and say, hey, I remember exactly what that was like. You see? And then the resistance will fall. It falls flat. And then they open their ears and their heart to hear you with their compassion, which they have. They have that.
Okay.
Even a person surviving has got compassion. Okay?
Oh, great.
So you jump back and you relax and you say, oh, I know how that feels. I went through that too. You see? And when you do, the door flies open, and then you can speak your truth.
Okay.
Now, God told me to tell you that. God told me to tell you and others that are listening. Okay?
Okay.
So, my sister, I'll be talking to you again.
Great.
I love you.
I love you too. God bless.
God bless you too, darling. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It is amazing that we are just getting to this point on this journey where we speak our truth. We don't tolerate lies. We recognize a lie. We don't resist it. We understand it. We get comprehension from it. And if they are at survival level, we know why. They have been told so many lies from the world. Those lies have become their beliefs. And our beliefs are spiritual beliefs that anything is possible. And if we keep that in our mindset, that anything is possible through spirit, then we can handle every offense that they send at us. Yes, we will feel offense sometimes, and we want to defend, but that is not it. We must not feel any fear or resistance, but allow it to come in. Use our compassion to open their compassion and reach them on that heart level, that level of understanding that every human being has in their heart, to be loved by someone. They just want love. They just want care. They just want someone to listen to them. Be that for them. I know you can. I'll be back in just a minute to do another reading. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I know you're out there somewhere.
I can see the glare, and I've left behind the empty streets that once inspired my life. And the strength of the emotion is like thunder in the air, 'cause the promise that we made each other haunts me to the end. I know you're out there somewhere.
Bradshaw Show, card reading, 347-838-452. I know you're out there somewhere. Give me a call.
And the mystery of your soul, I've been searching for everyone I meet. And the times I've been mistaken, it's impossible to say. And the grass is growing underneath our feet. I know you're out there somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. I know you're out there somewhere, somewhere. You can hear my voice. I know I'll find you.
That's right, you have Psychic Brenda Bradshaw doing card readings, and I appreciate you coming in this morning on this beautiful Saturday morning. And I'm going to take another reading here. Here we go. 720, you're up next. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. And you? How are you doing today?
I am wonderful today. I'm absolutely
You are
wonderful.
wonderful? Oh,
no
how
complaint.
great is that? No complaint. Oh, my gosh. Oh, well, let me write this one down. I'm gonna keep your number if I ever feel like I want to do that. And then you can help me.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll just say, Brenda, stop complaining.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
sweetie. I love you. Okay, let's shuffle these here cards.
I love you too. Yes, yes.
Okay, what's your question about, doll baby?
Love life. I want to see.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Yes,
you got a tough one coming. I'm shuffling. Just a minute.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. Do you need a new car or what? What's going on with your car?
Oh, I'm actually on my way to go get my brakes done. I need my brakes done and the headlight.
Yeah, but that's all I can pick up is your car problem.
Yeah.
Girl, you came in here about love and your car needs a break. Oh my God, please.
Yeah. Actually,
You see, you can't get by me, can you? You can't get by me, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay, we gonna get that car fixed real soon. It's right. It's working. Love. But let me pay attention to the cards and not your brain. Okay, hold on here a second. Oh, it's a man. I got a man. I got an emperor. Right there in the present. What do you think? Is this going to be a love reading? All right,
Yep,
girl. Let's
yep.
do it. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go out. It's 21 cards, 21 fortune-telling cards in the tarot deck. And it's past, present, and future. Very simple layout I do. And I look at the whole picture. Yeah. And let's try to keep that noise off the line so I don't have to listen to that noise because I'll be out there instead of in here. What's all that noise?
Okay.
Is it traffic? Traffic, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see now. Oh, my gosh, girl, let's see. Starting in the present, I was right. There's an emperor. But there's a problem. I'm not going to complain, but there's a problem, okay?
Okay.
The card, I got to tell you the truth. The card over top of the emperor is the death card. Now, when a death card, listen close here, darling. When a death card lands on a person card, that means that person is like dead, dead, dead. You understand what I'm saying here?
Yes.
So I don't know if you're killing them. I don't know if you want to get rid of them, but it's not working with this emperor. This person you're trying to deal with, they just are dead in the water. Does that make any sense to you, darling? Should I go on?
Go on.
Well, the next card tells me that you have been patient, tolerant, loving, everything you can do, and you can't wake them up and you can't revive them. You see what I'm saying here?
That's true.
A little bit of CPR didn't even help. You know what I mean? The heart's not going, right?
No.
So you hit them with the paddles, and your inner child was going crazy on you. You was getting tantrums and crying and screaming and hollering. None of that worked either, darling. That didn't work. If he's dead, he's dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. You were hung up with this for quite some time. I know you're calling about your love life, but you were dealing with the devil. And the next card is the devil. And the next card's the sun card, and it's telling you better see a new day, girl, because if you keep messing with that kind of thing and that kind of mess, you're going to go down with it, and I can't see my girl going down with this. You hearing me?
Yes, I do.
All right, girl, let's go over. Let's spin that Wheel of Fortune for the future card. That's the first card. And I'm spinning it around and around, and it's getting me dizzy. Oh, where's she going to go? Wheel of Fortune has when, where, why, how. Oh, first she's got to get the car. Okay, well, that's good. I see that. Uh-huh. So she can't move. You can't move from where you are, your location. You want to, but you can't. There's something going on. You're under some kind of judgment here from the world. Is somebody holding you some kind of problem with giving you your money or something like that? Where something's owed to you?
Yep, waiting on some money, lawsuit settlement.
Okay, that's what the judgment is. So once that's released, you got me? Mm-hmm. The wheel will stop. The wheel will stop spinning. It's still spinning until this judgment money comes to you. Okay?
Okay.
This is a future thing, so it's going to be, okay, let me see where the wheel's going. Whoa! Oh, end of September. Okay?
Okay.
And that looks about right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. And you know the funny thing about it, it's really funny, funny, The love card is on top. The love card is on top of this card. So here you go. We're going to get our money, and then a love life is going to start. Isn't this great?
Mhm.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So it's not anything to do with somebody who's dead, because the card over top of the love card is the Magician, which is a spiritual card.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a spiritual love person, okay, that's going to come in after September, after the judgment.
Okay.
So I'm kind of looking at these cards, and I'm saying, wow, girl, when you go to court or when you collect your money, you're going to run smack into them. Uh-huh. And that's going to be really great because he
Yes,
really,
yes.
he's going to flip. He's going to flip. Yeah.
Yes,
Doesn't that sound good?
So. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, because, see, you've been dealing with dead. This one's alive. Whoa. Whoa, a live one for a magician. A magician. Okay, that means he's like really high spiritual. I mean, like, trusting God, the whole 9 yards. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and this is what you've been looking for, someone who really is that. Okay, so is there some kind of a church person? I think he's a preacher. I see him like going to a church a whole lot. I think he's a preacher, but he's a young preacher. Isn't that kind of crazy? I got a vision of a young preacher. And I see strength, so he's like a healer. Wow. You're getting everything.
Wow.
And the card at the top is the High Priestess. That's your card. So it is all about you. It's all about things changing really, really fast. When that judgment comes, man, you just take a whole new. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes, I do. Yes, it does.
Well, it sounds good to me since I'm looking at your past cards where you've been homeless? Oh, God, girl, was that terrible, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of your journeys.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was awful. Let's don't even bring it up. I'm looking at your past, and oh, my God, you talk about having the car that you got now. It's good. It's good because every car you've ever had has been a lemon. This one really you should fix. This one you should fix up because this one's going to roll, okay?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So we're doing pretty good on that. So give me a ring-a-ding after September, and let's see how this preacher man comes. Maybe he'll come even closer and give us more ideas. Okay?
Yes, I sure will. Blessings to you, Brenda. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful day.
You too, sweetie pie. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I think it's wonderful, don't you, that we can see these little things in that Wheel of Fortune. Oh, yes. Oh, I think I'm ready. I had to take a deep breath. 857. Good morning.
Hey, Brenda, how are you?
I think I'm all right. I know that voice.
Yes. Been a long time.
Well, yeah, if you think about time.
Yeah.
I don't give it much thought. I just have to watch it like crazy.
Right.
I'll tell you. Okay, so what's the question for the cards?
My question is in regards to a friendship relationship between myself and a gentleman by the name of Alan. Do you see this relationship?
A-L-L-E-N or A-N?
No, A-N, A-L-A-N.
Well, you see, that's not a relationship. That's a battle.
Oh, wow.
You used the wrong word.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Wow.
I caught you on that one.
Yeah, yes, you did. Yes,
you see, because you're trying to relate, he's on a wrong level of your spiritual, okay? So you're fighting him because you think you know what's right, and he's saying you're wrong. That's what you got.
Yeah.
And I don't even need the cards because you got it coming at me straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
my God.
this battle has been fought because of an incarnation. Yeah. Because, see, you're his mother, and that's what you still think you are, and you're not.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
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 Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, my God is right.
Wow.
OMG. Yeah.
Wow.
So you don't want to release him because of that mother thing. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
It happens,
So
you know.
so
Because, you think that he needs you, but not in this lifetime. It was in the last one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Little bit of that going on. So we
God.
got to kind of work with that. And, you know, I know that you're a wonderful mother, okay? But, you see, you picked the wrong child.
Ooh.
But, see, you picked a lot of them. They were all wrong.
Yes.
You see, that's what that's kind of your mode, you see.
Yeah.
I think I can do this, Brenda. I think I can help people if I could just love them enough, is what you say.
Oh, my God.
You got a good heart.
Oh, my God.
You're so wonderful, but you haven't done one thing. You haven't loved yourself, sweetie.
Yeah.
You know, and God keeps telling you to do it, but you say, "Oh no, the devil told me it would be selfish." Oh, that devil's crazy. He's crazy. He's a bad bug.
That's true.
He said, "Now, if you eat that fruit, listen to this because this is the biggest lie. If you eat that fruit, you will become like God." And Eve says, wonder what that's like.
Wow.
You see, he created a curiosity in all of us. The devil did. But then God also created curiosity, you see. So when it comes to being curious, we got both of those going on. It's a duality of curiosity.
Yes.
And it's working in you right now.
Wow.
You feel it, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You feel it. You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I go back and I look at one of your ancestors, she was so wonderful. She fought for liberty. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
You know her, don't you? And she instilled a lot of that what you call fighting spirit inside you. And you wouldn't want to let her down, would you?
Wow. Yeah.
But
wow.
you see, she did that because she thought it was a good thing to do.
Right.
But she didn't recognize who you were at the time. Oh. She gave it to you too young.
Yeah.
And then she left. And she left. And then and she left you with her legacy. But you see, let me tell you something, my darling. Let me tell you something. That's not your legacy. Your legacy is to be yourself. Bingo.
Yeah. Yes.
You were carrying all of her things, her dreams, her aspirations, and you messed up your incarnation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want you to have to do this again.
No.
I don't want you to do this over and over.
No, I don't.
Repeating the same patterns of mothering everybody and taking everybody's burdens and even their work and helping other people and supporting other people and no one's supporting you.
Yes.
I want you to stand very still right now in your spirit. I want you to listen to your heart. And I want you to just tap your little heart. Oh, tap it. And say, you know what? I'm worthy. I'm worthy. God made me in the image and likeness of him. He didn't make me God. That's the rest of that sentence. God made me in the likeness and image of him, but he didn't make me God. I bet you didn't know the rest of that scripture, did you?
Wow.
You still there?
I'm here.
You see, when we
I'm here.
make ourselves God and play God by helping everybody and not go to the other scripture, teaching people to fish so that they can fish on their own. That's the other one he's talking about.
Yeah.
You see? Then we will have to fish for them forever and ever. And we are not God. No. Wow. You got a dose. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah. You know, I came to that realization last week. And I'm like, I don't want to be anybody's mother. I don't want to carry anybody's burden. That's what I've been doing. Trying to save everybody, trying to lessen their pain. And I'm like, I'm playing God. I'm playing God. I don't have that power. And I'm like, you know what? I have to end these relationships, these interactions. I can't do it anymore. Not that I don't love them, but I have to back off and start taking care of me. They don't like it because now I've become cold and distant and I don't love them. That's not what it is. I had to start working on me. And I can't save the world. I can't. And I realize that. I don't want to be any man's mother. I like a lover, maybe one day a husband, but I don't want to be your mama.
You know, you're very brave. You're very brave and very courageous to admit that. That's your truth, isn't it?
It is. It is. And when I have to turn around and back off and say, you know what? Number one, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
No, it's not. It's not. And you are my sister, always and forever.
Yeah.
And the Christ consciousness is with you.
Yeah.
It is not selfish to love yourself.
Right.
Because even the words say the golden rule. The golden rule. Say it for me.
I don't think
Say
I know
the
golden rule.
What is
I don't
the
think I know
golden
the golden
rule?
rule.
Sure
Yes,
you
what
do.
is it?
What is the golden rule? To love yourself as you love others.
Yeah.
To love yourself as you love others.
Yes.
How can we? How can we love others if we do not love ourselves?
True.
That rule is in every scripture, in every religion. To love yourself as you love others. It's like, wait a minute, are you telling me I can love myself? Are you telling me I'm supposed to love myself?
Right.
And that is how I'm supposed to love others? Sounds too simple. Well, I'm just going to go love others and I'm going to forget about me. Well, you see, that doesn't work. You see? You see? That is a commandment. Yes, it is. To love thyself as that love others. It is a complete balance. The imbalance is to love others and not love ourselves. Imbalance. We are created and designed by a God, a source, a higher universe, whatever way you're going to say it, to love and to be loved.
Right.
It is all about the love.
Sure.
And it starts with us. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always felt that again, that you mentioned that it was selfish of me to love me, that it was selfish of me that, and sometimes sometimes I just don't want to be around people. It doesn't mean that I don't love them. It's just that I want to spend time with me. I want to be silent. There are times when I want to be silent. I want to be quiet. I don't want to be around people. And I've missed that part of me where I can spend time with me, where I can spend time with God, where I can spend time with my spirit, and that I can choose whether or not I want certain people in my life. And I always felt that I didn't have a choice. I had to have them in my life because you're supposed to love. And now I'm coming to a realization, I don't have to. I don't have to. I don't have to befriend anyone. And it's still okay. I can pick and choose who I want in my energy. And if I don't want someone in my energy or around me, I have that choice to say no. This doesn't work for me. And I always felt that I never had that choice. And that I was a healer, I have to heal everybody. And I realized that when my sister passed. I couldn't heal my sister. I was playing God. I'm like, I can't play God. God is not stressed. Humans get stressed. So.
Yes, you are wonderfully made, and you have given the message today to all our brothers and sisters who have been taken by that devil and by the satanic and the world telling us, that we have no choice. We must follow them, the world. This was the big deception.
Yeah.
Not to follow the Spirit, but to follow the world. Who have we followed? Who have we listened to? What did the schools teach us? That we had to read their books and to believe their books to be true when we knew in our heart that their books were not true. The only book that we could find was even taken from us. The Bible was put by a king. Who is our king, I ask you? Who is our king? Who is the King of Kings? Would he have just put books in by another king? The king who decided that we would go under his rule and his book? These are things to think about, my daughter, my sister. Oh, she didn't think I would go that far, did she? Study to make thyself approved. Make thyself approved. Not study to make other people's approval of you, but study to make yourself approved. Renew your mind to the mind of Christ. Renew your mind to the mind of Christ. These are the lessons that were left from King James' book that left out Thomas, who had a personal relationship with Jesus himself. Where is the book of Thomas but found in the dust in a jar that has been revealed? Go. You may go to your Google box and Google Thomas. You'll see what I'm saying. How things were turned and twisted to fit a king that was not the King of Kings. Have we done it all, my darling, my sister? Have we done it all?
Wow. I guess as I look at this, and I know
the
it's
big
a
picture.
silly question.
The big picture. Look at the big. Yes, ma'am.
The big picture. And what's coming to my mind is there salvation for me? Is there healing for me?
healing comes through faith in yourself. Healing comes through faith in others, in their self. There is no healing to come unless it is from within. Yes, healer should heal thyself. It says, physician, heal thyself first. No healing is given unless the physician can be the healer and healing themselves. Everything is within that goes without. Anything from out of us is an illusion of a world that we don't belong in. We are not of the world. We're in the world. The scriptures are very obvious, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what's interesting, as I'm listening to you, I'm thinking, I did more damage.
Okay.
So
you need to have forgiveness. You need to have forgiveness because all mistakes are wiped off as soon as you recognize them.
Yeah.
I have forgiveness for my damage to myself and to others. And then therefore it's acceptable because it is not there anymore. It is wiped clean. And that is the salvation that we are promised. Any moment in time. Any moment in time to be saved means to have that forgiveness. That's what Savior is. Savior, salvation, the words, both of the words, mean to have forgiveness for what we have done in our mistakes. It has been sent. It has been sent. It's been given unto you, my sister, my child. It has been given to you in this moment, in this now, in this presence of the I am. I am forgiven. I am the salvation of the Savior, the King of kings, the Lord of lords. Hallelujah. Praise him. My daughter, my sister, you receive. You think on these things, and you call me back. My love is with you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All is well with our soul. If our soul is well, then why is not all is well with our soul? 860. You have Brenda. Hello.
Hi, Brenda. How are you?
Well, do you want to chat or do you have a question?
I have a question.
I'm ready.
Okay. So I feel really empowered. About 3 weeks ago, it's been a long time. This is about a man that I was really interested in. I actually wrote him a letter. And I just said, I said exactly how I felt. And I felt, I just needed to say how I felt without any reservations.
Yeah.
So, and I feel really.
Yeah. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Sure what you pick up on that, or is it? It just no, nothing's happening? I don't even know.
There's a lot. There's quite a lot in what you're saying, sweetie. Okay.
Okay.
You're being very open and honest. I mean, that sounds like a good thing to do. Yeah. What I'm a little bit concerned about, I'm not worried. I'm just concerned. That's my word, okay?
Yes.
That you were very honest. Very, very honest. In fact, you were kind of like bold and very courageous.
Yes.
And you kind of went a little overboard. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, and it kind of you kind of slipped a little bit into possessiveness.
I did.
Well, I'm reading the letter.
Okay.
See, the problem was he was in resistance of commitment, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You see,
exactly.
So you were tackling what you call resistance, okay?
Yeah.
And sometimes I will tell you, well, let's give you a percentage. 75% of the time you can get through to somebody in a letter. 75. Not
right.
very high percentage. What was really required was a little bit of one-on-one, face-to-face. Yeah.
Okay.
And you thought the letter was a way that maybe you could reach him, but he's very visual. That's what they're telling me.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, he's like a hand talker. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And he's about visuality, and you sent words, and he's not a word person. You see, so that's why it's only 75%.
Okay, so now what? What is he thinking now?
Face to face. You got to go down the line. You got to go face to face. Okay. Now you got to be prepared. You got to be prepared for visualization, and you really at this point, you're kind of a little tiny bit, can I say, impatient and a little irritated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Well, I have to deal with where you are right now. Okay.
Right. Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. First of all, you told your story to a lot of people outside of yourself, and they went against you. Oh, isn't that awful? Now, how many times did you tell the story?
A lot.
Okay, so what that is called negative energy. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And you created it. So you have a barrier around you, and nothing's going to happen as long as it's there.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. And that's going to irritate you because you really want to move on this. Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
Mork and Mindy. You got it?
Yeah.
It's in your subconscious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to remove your barrier of negative. Nanu, nanu. Say it. Nanu, nanu.
Nanu, nanu.
Yeah. Nanu, nanu. And then
nanu,
say
nanu.
shapas. Shapas.
Shapas?
Yeah, he used to say that, remember? Shapas?
I don't remember that. Okay.
Oh, well, that was the breaking of the spell. Nanu, nanu, shapas.
Nanu, nanu, shapas.
Yeah. Now, you can stop right now and do not tell your story about what you did or him or anything, because what you did, you created a negative story that included all those people who told you really negative things of what to do, right?
Yeah.
So we need to nanu that, get rid of that.
Okay.
I'm pulling it out. Yeah, I'm pulling it out. And this has got to be a one-on-one, nobody between you and him.
Oh, okay.
You do see it now. You do see it now, don't you?
I do, but the thing is I told him I was walking away. I said I felt that I just told him it was bold. I said, until you figure things out, I'm walking away. So I'm not. I made it complicated. I know it's me. I know I did
Well,
it.
that's what we do. We're humans. We're very complicated. We're not simple organisms. You are not an amoeba. You know what an amoeba is?
Yes, I remember 7th grade science.
A single cell organism, amoeba, right?
Yes.
Okay. Look at it. It's a single cell floating around, and it looks like jelly. Look at the amoeba, right?
Remember that, yes. Yep.
Oh, I know you do. That's why I'm going there. Okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay, look at the amoeba. It's a single cell. Now look at you. Oh, you got billions of cells. You're very complicated. Very complicated. Okay? You're bigger than life. I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on inside you. Okay? And guess what? He's got a lot going on inside of him.
Yep.
So it was already complicated. What happened was there was an energy release. I'm not even going to talk about the complications that you brought into your story. But what was a energy of negativity that actually subconsciously occurred with you? Because you started believing them that it was a lost cause. Remember that?
Yes.
So they took you down. They'll lower your expectations of ever getting anything going with this person, you see.
Yes.
And that lowers your energy. So what I need to do as your sister is to uplift your expectations. Okay?
Okay.
By uplifting your energy. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, what's wrong with your kitchen? What's going on in your kitchen at your house? Let me go over there.
Okay.
Tell me the things that is wrong in your kitchen.
Oh, we need to just remodel it completely. It's just it's I mean, it's not in shambles at all. It's just there's leaking and stuff like that going on.
There's a lot wrong with your kitchen. Just say there's a lot wrong with my kitchen.
Okay. There's
right?
a lot wrong in the kitchen, yes.
I mean, I have been putting it off, haven't I? Have I?
Yes. Yeah. Hello? Are you there? Hello? Shoot. What happened?
Okay, are you still there? I got cut off because the energy went up. See, when the energy goes too high, when I start remote viewing, they pull me. So are we ready now?
No.
Look at your kitchen and all the problems. You've been procrastinating to fix your kitchen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You've done that to many things. You put everything on the back burner. That's your words. Correct? Did you put it on the back burner? Huh?
Yes.
Okay, you put your relationship on the back burner also because you lost your expectations, because you listened to negative energy. Right now, look at your kitchen. It's all new. Everything is new. Every appliance is new. There is no leaking. There is no damage. Look at your kitchen now. Look at it now. See the kitchen that you want. Go ahead.
Yes. Got it.
You see it? Tell me
Yes.
what it looks like. Tell me the appliances. What does your kitchen look like, darling?
Okay, it's all I picture it being like this soft powder gray.
Oh
as
God,
far
I
as
love that.
marble.
Yeah.
That's the flooring, and then you got the aluminum
Oh
appliances.
God! Oh, they're so
new.
beautiful. And get the kind that when you touch it, it doesn't show marks, hand marks. Get that kind.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, how about the sink? We're gonna get like on a water purifier, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You know what we just did? An exercise in your imagination, in your visualization. Do that with your relationship. Do it.
Okay.
Put it in there. He's great. He's lovely. He's beautiful. Oh, my God. He's everything. Put it back into the file that they took out of the file. Can you do it right now? Tell me everything wonderful about this man right now. Go ahead.
Okay. So he's patient. He keeps me stable. He's wonderful as far as accepting me just as I am. No changing, no fixing, no nothing. He really knows how to listen, and I feel heard from him. That's huge for me. Communication needs. I won't go there because that's not positive. I just feel his essence. I feel his warmth. I feel his tenderness. I feel his complete love for me. The problem is, I have to say this.
No, you cannot mention a problem. There is no problem in this picture. There's no problem. What we do is we focus on everything positive. Everything.
Okay.
There's no problem in your kitchen. You visualized your kitchen the way you wanted it. You are a creator. Listen to me close, baby. You are creating what you get, what you think. Is that a correct statement? Is that a correct statement?
Yes.
Your correct statement is visualize exactly what you want. and what you need in positive visualization.
Sure. Okay.
You can do that. Anything else good about him? What's good?
I just love his personality. He's very timid, and I need that in my life. I really need a person who's strong and stable, and he makes me feel aware, and I feel like I can grow with him. I really feel like I can grow and prosper and live a harmonious, balanced life with him. I really do.
My sister, listen close. My sister, listen close. That's your story. That is your story.
Okay.
The other story is gone.
Okay. Poof, gone. And you know what, Brenda? I just want to say
it's gone. And guess what? You just manifested the whole thing. You just did it by your words, and it's already been done. Do not go back to the old story. He is everything, and your kitchen is already fixed. You are a creator right now with Source, in agreement to the universe and higher source now, in this moment. Do not let go of this moment. Hold on to it. Keep visualizing it, and it will come to you. That's how it works.
Rock on. Oh, my gosh. You are an empowerment lady. Wonder Woman.
You are an empowerment lady back at you. Yeah. You got it. You're working it. You're cool. You got it going on. And your ears are closed to the negative. Your ears have been closed. You will not hear any negative. No, it's closed. I closed it. Nope, it's done. Thank you so much. I love you. You come back and visit me anytime. Thank you, sister. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, darling. Okay.
Bye.
It is amazing telling the story the way we want the story. We start a new page.
Covered and then to burst up through tarmac to the sun again, or to fly to the sun without burning a wing, to lie in a meadow and hear the grass sing, to have all these things in our memory torn, and the use to come to
That's the Booty Blues. And we're heading for that sun on Monday. Boy, that sun is going to do a big number. It's got a show. Yeah, just don't look at it. Let's see here. Technology. All right. We have another one, 404-587. And this is Brenda. And do you have a question?
Hi, Miss Brenda. Yes, ma'am. I do. Do you see me being purged out of my college classes by the end of this month? Like, do you see my financial aid coming?
Uh-huh. May I ask what generation you're from? Are you under 30?
I'm 30 years old to be exact. Yes.
Yeah, right as today?
Yes, ma'am. I turned 30 February 3rd.
Today's your birthday? Is today your birthday?
No.
Oh?
No, February the 3rd was my birthday.
The 30th was your, so you just turned to 30, right? Right?
No, I'm 30, but I turned.
Oh, you did what? Okay, you go ahead. What did you do?
I'm 30, but I turned 30 in February of this year, February the 3rd.
Oh, okay. So you're
Yes,
still
ma'am.
under the 30 generation, correct? Right.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you're a little bit. You're a good girl. She knows how old she is. Well, listen, girl. I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. I'm gonna double it. Okay, you ready? Because you see, I am 68 years old. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. Well, you don't know anything about me. right? Huh?
Right, yes, ma'am.
That's kind of cool. so you're not going to give me a reading today, is that about right? You got nothing for me, huh? Huh?
Right. No.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Well, not everybody can be a reader. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but
But I can
when you
look at
said,
people and read and see if they're good or
you're a reader. Oh, you're a reader. Is that right?
No, I'm not a reader. I just go off my intuition.
Oh, okay.
Like when I meet people, to see if I should be around them or not.
And what happens when you
9 times out of 10,
see
I'm always
people?
right.
What happens when you see people? What happens inside you when you see people? Huh?
When I see
it,
it's just intuitive to just say, oh no, they're gonna turn out to be this way, and they end up. And every time I tell my friends, they end up being that way.
Is that
and
right?
I'll be like, I told you so. Yeah.
Well, so you're kind of like I see all the time. Yeah, is that right? Am I saying what you're saying? Because you said, Brenda, do you see? And you kept saying that to me, so I figured you see things. So what do you see? Do you see anything? Oh, no, you don't see anything from me because I'm on the phone. Right?
No, I'm not a psychic.
Oh, but you just see things, right?
No, ma'am. I can't see nothing.
You said you did. You said, I see people, Brenda, and I see things, So that would make you...
I mean, like when I meet someone, I
well, that's what I'm talking
feeling.
about. That's what but you see it and then you feel it. I'm with you, but I don't see you. Okay?
Right. Okay.
So when you ask me, do I see something for you?
Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Well, I know you do. I know you're not out of it. So what I want to do is I want to tell you that I don't see anything that you don't see because I don't see what you see. But I can remote view and tell you that you're in the wrong place, location. So there must be some kind of movement going on because you're kind of going in and out in my remote viewer. So where do you want to be? Where do you want to live?
I want to have my own place.
Huh?
I want to live.
You do?
Maybe
in
Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm in Atlanta, Georgia now.
Yeah, I know you are. So I think we should look at that. Can we see that right now? Actually, I do have a crystal ball. I do have one. I do. It's right here on my desk. It was worth $500 and it's pure crystal. Let me reach over here and pick it up. It's so heavy I can't do it with one hand. Anyway, well, since you can't see it, I'll let you hear it. You hear me bouncing it on my desk? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's my crystal ball. Yeah. So I'm going to look in my crystal ball, and I see that, yes, you're in the wrong place. You need to move. And you were talking about your finances and all that. Yeah, you might have to wait a bit. First of all, you need to get a better job because your job thing looks really bad. What do you think?
I guess so.
Oh, you just guess so? You don't know that you need to get a job to get money?
I have a job.
But it's not money. It's not money, is it?
Right, yeah.
So it really is not a good job, is it? Huh?
No.
Because actually, can I talk to you about like retail and working in a store? Can I talk to you about that?
No, I don't like that. I'm not a people person.
Yeah.
Like customer service, like.
Yeah. You tried that, huh?
No, ma'am, because I know I wouldn't like it.
How do you know if you haven't tried it?
Well, I mean, I worked at Sam's Club before,
So you did try it. Oh, so you have a little problem. You have a little bit of problem telling the truth, huh? Just a tiny one. That's okay.
I don't have a problem.
You tried retried retail, yes or no?
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking you mean like selling clothes or something like that, like on the floor.
Retail means the whole retail. The word retail means selling anything, clothes, food, the whole 9 yards, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to explain myself because you like that. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is that you are a very good salesperson, and I suggest that you get a job in sales, any kind of sales, because you really present yourself well. So I'm not going to flatter you, but I'm going to tell you you have a lot of skills when it comes to selling things. Did you already know that? Did you already know that?
No.
No. Oh. Well, did you try it?
No.
So you don't know then, do you? Right?
Right.
So I'm going to suggest that you keep the job that you have, and in the meantime, you go around and give some resumes to people in different retail businesses. Okay? And that will help you to make enough money so that you can move out of there and get your own place, and you'll be out of judgment. What do you think about that? You think that's a good idea?
Yeah, but what do you see like within my school?
I don't see anything. What are you talking about now?
But,
what?
My schooling. What do you hear? What do you?
Oh, you want to ask about school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. School's good, but it doesn't really get your money. And you've been thinking about not doing the school until you move. Ain't that about right? Is that what you've been thinking?
No.
Oh, you're just going to go to school and keep the same job, not make enough money, and then just not be able to sleep every night. You prefer staying in a negative environment that's ruining your health. Is that what you want? Is that your choice? Huh? Yes or no? You have a choice. I give you a choice.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't go to school.
Well, you already said that too. I can't tell you anything you've already said to everybody.
What I say?
You were like complaining all the time. I can't even get a nice. I can't even be honey. I hear you. I'm calling it complaining, but that's light. You've been bitching, haven't you? Is that what I'm hearing?
Bitching what?
Okay, so you don't want to tell the truth to yourself. You don't want to tell the truth to me.
No, I'm trying to understand what you're saying before I even say I did it.
Oh, because that's how I do. I mean, I talk about what I'm picking up.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And if I met you in person, I would see the condition that you're in physically.
So
how do you feel?
What am I complaining about? Feel good.
Do you sleep? Do you sleep at night?
Yes. No. Well, I mean,
yes, no. Yes, no. Oh, honey, this is so much fun. This is just delightfully fun. Thank you so much for your call. It just brings my whole thing into focus.
No.
Call me back,
it's honey. Like
call me back. Thank you, darling. I swear she is such a sweetheart, isn't she? She's asleep. Let her sleep. We have 20 minutes left in the show. 469, how may I help you? What's your question?
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes, darling. What is your question?
My question is to know how is the eclipse. That conversation you just had just threw me off, so I'm just kind of like.
That's what you call. It's called not wanting to tell the truth. You know, it's kind of hard.
God.
Okay. Yeah, she can't tell the truth, but that's okay. But you see, I've been in this 40-some years. I know when somebody can't tell the truth.
I know. Okay. So my question is, I am a Virgo, and I want to know how solar eclipse going to affect my energy? And
Oh,
what...
darling. Oh, darling. Well, just make sure you don't look at it, number one. Number two,
right.
Just know that the animals are more affected than the humans, and they're very conscious, and they will turn on their night inside their little physical, and they'll be chirping, and they'll be doing their little night thing because their rhythm is being thrown off. So I wouldn't suggest anyone go walking through the woods or going outside because there may be some squirrels that are running backwards. And that's directly from the scientists. Yes. So a Virgo, of course, you know that planet is out there, and I'm sure it's doing very well. And I'm a Sagittarius, so I understand a little of the planetary cosmos. But I don't think a Virgo is going to be more affected than any other sign. I don't think so. And I haven't heard when I did my studies. But if you're talking about an effect possibly of moods, there's going to be an effect of moods on everyone on this planet because we are not really used to it turning dark during the daytime hours. So our Canadian with the rhythms, whatever, are going to make us feel a little sleepy and tired. Okay? So that may be the only thing, that really is. Who is Shirley?
I don't know any Shirley right offhand. Don't know any Shirley.
I tell you what you do.
Wow.
Open up your S file. Names start with S.
Shirley. Golly,
Sherry, Shirley, Susan.
Oh, yeah. Cheryl. I know it's Cheryl.
What are you doing in your background here? What is y'all's little thing going on?
She is one of those that I had to kind of pull away from because her energy is like stagnated. I used to do her hair. Yeah, I used to do her hair years and years ago, and
she seems to be an attachment. She seems to be an attachment, and really pulling away did not get rid of the energy. She was very possessive, honey. And codependent on you. Okay?
Yes.
Something about her really makes you, it's kind of like you said, your skin crawl is what you're saying. And really you were in resistance to that. So that's why I want to talk about it, because it was more important than what we were saying about the solar eclipse. It was like an inner thing that you are experiencing right now. Do you work in a hospital, darling?
No, ma'am. I used to. I used to work in a mental institution.
Yeah, when was that, sweetie?
That was about, maybe 20-something years ago, though.
Okay, well, Cheryl is from the mental hospital, honey.
Okay.
So you see, you pull that energy from back then when you brought her in. So this is the feeling you get. It's a mental thing. Okay? So your timeline, what you were doing in the mental hospital is revisiting through her and through some other people. There's more than just her. Did you walk away from that because of some emotional things at that particular time on your timeline, the mental hospital? What was going on with you?
What happened was I got a better job through another government agent, so it just escalated. It was just time for me to go, and I guess the door opened.
But you see, your dreams are still mental hospital.
You know what? I'm listening to you because I am one of those that tap into other people's energy fields, and I understand people. That was one of my favorite jobs because it had a lot to do with me understanding myself based on spirit. That was my favorite job.
I think that was from an incarnation also, if you really want to know. I'm really feeling that when you came in, you made that choice to work with those kind of people. But if you think about the conditions in this lifetime and the other ones, you are very, very upset how they treat people that are mentally ill. You're still hung into that.
Yes.
So I understand that energy in you is still there, okay? And you look at the world, and you do see that in people. You do.
Yes.
And you see it there, but you don't see it there because it's really there. I want to bring this to you. You see it because you have that in your memory. You see,
okay, yes,
of all of everything you had to deal with, and yes, I'm glad that you said that it was good for you because experiences do bring that. But at the moment now that I'm at your present moment, you're still seeing it in some people around you, other than this Cheryl girl. Okay? What I want to do is I want you to come in and release it and know that you've experienced it and just go ahead and just stop experiencing it because you already learned from it. You already learned from it. See, we tend to carry our lessons over and over. I mean, it's kind of that repetitive thing. Hold on. You tell me what I'm talking about because you do repeat it. You tell me in your words how you repeat your lessons.
How I repeat my lessons is that I repeat my lessons because I'm not learning my lessons. I see a lot of myself in others. And what happens is I begin to judge myself in other people and situations. And when I catch that, I sometimes I'll catch it before I actually fall back into that hole. That's where I am now. I'm really catching myself before. It's like I know I've been here before. It's the same, not the same situation, but it's a different experience, but it's the same spirit applied to it. And I can tell when I'm trying to pull myself back into myself instead of release it. I'm very aware of that. So instead of me learning from the lesson, I'm trying to remember that was a lesson.
Well, that's exactly what you explained it. That's exactly what I was getting. Okay? Exactly. It is really your truth. And, we do we're very aware, okay, of what we have learned. But we have that tendency. I'm going to use the word tendency here. It's a tendency of the spirit. You see, because the spirit, the soul, let's talk about the soul, wants a continuous seeking, wants a continuous curiosity, and there's nothing wrong with these little aspects of the soul. But the human consciousness, the mind of the Christ consciousness, higher consciousness, source, is always there telling us in the spirit, and then the ego, our protector, which is a good thing, jumps in and says, did you really learn? It's a little, did you really learn? You see. So we say to that ego protector, thank you very much, but I did. That's a little thing. Thank you very much. I did learn from it, and you don't need to be here to judge me. I'm not going to take your judgment anymore, ego. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to my soul, my spirit, my higher consciousness, and I'm just going to say, hey, it's over, man. So get out of my face.
I love this.
There you go. So we took care of it. That's what he does. He's a good guy. He's not a bad guy. I don't kill him. I don't kill the ego. I don't remove him. I just know that he's going to say his piece. He's going to do it every time.
Hungry.
He's a hungry soul. He's a hungry. He's definitely hungry like a wolf. Okay, I'm bringing in my song here. You mentioned hungry. I'm saying hungry like a wolf, man. Yeah, I eat you up, little piggy. He huffs and he puffs and he blows the spiritual house down. There we goes our temple. And I'm not in the temple anymore. I'm outside of the temple knocking on the door. And he says, I'm not going to let you in. I'm the wolf. Right. I'm going to eat your grandma and your ancestors too. And you know what else? I already did. That's the wolf. Yeah, we go. Ego the wolf, Brenda. I tell you, I'm ready for prime time.
Yeah, right. Yes, this is good.
Yeah,
this
prime
good.
time. No, I can't. I can't leave y'all. I can't leave you yet. My journey and your journey has met. We greeted. We shook hands. And the ego has no voice. I take it from
keep
you.
It moving.
I take it. I take it from you. No, I'm not removing it. I'm not killing it.
Keep it
I'm just
moving.
taking it.
Yeah, just keep moving.
I'm just taking it.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking it and I'm preserving it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it right here in my hand because I don't want anything to happen to it.
Okay.
Not your ego, not mine, not anybody listening. Mm-hmm. I'm going to love it like nobody ever loved it. That's what you do with evil.
Awesome.
The scripture is, overcome evil with good. That's the scripture. And so I'm going to say, you're a good old thing, but I got it. She doesn't have to be worried or concerned because I'm going to love you, ego, like nobody ever loved you. Mm-hmm. Hey, baby.
Awesome.
Hey, baby.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I love you. Take care.
Yes, love you. Bless you.
Bless you too, Mom. Bye-bye. Well, coming down to 8 minutes, I tell you. Where's Dr. Sue? Oh, Dr. Sue is out here somewhere. Wait a second here. Dr. Sue, will you kind of talk to these people for about 3 minutes? Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
The truth of you is your essence, your authentic self. The essential self is the real you. It's actually been the small, still voice that's been in the background most of your life, if you're wondering what that is. The protective personality, instead, is actually how most of us have been operating through life. Most of us have been working with this part of us that is survival-oriented. Just tell me what it is I have to do in order to not get thrown out of the tribe, to not do something wrong, to be accepted, to be okay, to be safe. The protective personality is similar to what you may be familiar with calling the ego. But I don't call it the ego because no one likes to have an ego. But people don't seem to mind having a protective personality. It's like, well, I had to. What else? What other choice did I have? So let me just say this, that only the ego would have a problem with having an ego. So just saying, all right? So what we have to recognize is that there's a distinction between my true authentic self and this performing version of me that's doing what it needs to do in order to be safe. And ultimately, what we want to do is move from being identified as the protective personality into living as the essential self, the true essence of my being, authenticity. That's really what it boils down to. But we don't have the neurocircuitry in place to be able to operate from this essential, authentic, true being, this true self, because we've been operating out here in the negotiating, navigating, strategizing, analyzing, what do I need to do in order to make it in the world, in order to be safe, and negotiating our ways, building circuitry for that. Now here's the beauty of how the whole system works. Your protective personality is constantly setting up situations that will cause you pain. All right? Now, the beauty of that is that pain will ultimately act as an impetus for you to start to inquire about, oh, there's got to be another way. There's got to be something else. There's something I'm doing wrong. There's something I'm missing. And the thing that we're not doing is living from our authenticity. So ultimately, the protective personality will create enough circumstances that are painful enough that we are caused to kind of loop around and come into asking a deeper question in life. And when we ask that deeper question of, wait a minute, in the midst of all this trying to do the right thing and trying to perform and trying to win all the trophies and accomplish all the things that I'm supposed to accomplish, and I'm not feeling fulfilled, what could I do differently? What do I really want in the midst of all this noise? What do I really want? So we have to build the neurocircuitry to access that, to feel it, to sense it, and not only know it, but the circuitry to express it, to live from this place. That's where we're headed with the energy codes. That is what I'm totally interested in every human being on this planet learning how to do. It is not only our birthright, it is our ultimate destiny.
to go on YouTube. Yeah, baby. She's hot. Dr. Sue. Just put Dr. Sue and you'll find her. Videos. And the videos will talk about the energy codes. Oh, it's something new, and I'm all about bringing you new things. And I'll be back Wednesday morning, 11 to 1, and then Friday and Saturday. And in the meantime, if you need me, Psychic Brenda Bradshaw at AOL.com. Psychic Brenda Bradshaw, AOL.com. $20, yeah, to my PayPal, same email. And I'll spend an hour with you, and we'll get through it. And the $20 will support my show and keep me rolling and support my little doggy here who's sitting here waiting to go out for a walk. But I tell you right now, I've been in this 40-some years, and I'll take time with you. I got a lot of that little patience going on. So I'm holding on now and loving our egos, and now we know being ourselves is probably the hardest thing that we could ever do. But we're all going to get there. We're going to get there together. So have a little bit of serenity, and I'll be back with you on Wednesday. Thank you again. And remember now, don't look at the solar eclipse. I don't want any of you to have any problems with your eyes. We need our projectors, don't we? Here we go. Serenity, babies.
God grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change.